again, I was born in New York, but my parents having that West Indian influence and being born in New York and having American influence created a fusion. And I didn't know about DJing and mixing at the same time yet. Yet we would go to these house parties and they were taking tape decks and they were mixing it with tape decks.
Right.
I didn't understood the fundamentals, but it was pretty cool.
Because we couldn't afford a 12-track, so you had to do it.
Tapes, bro, yo.
I'm telling you. And you know what? It was even harder to do it that way.
Bro, yeah, like there's ways of bringing old school tapes. You had to stuff the top of the tape to record over.
Right.
If you didn't want someone to record over your work, you had to break the top. What about the pencil reeling?
Listen, I knew a guy that he took his thing. He's actually a famous. Okay, let me start with, I don't know him personally. I know of a guy. His name is Robert Fripp. And back in the day, for any guitar players out there, back in the day, one of the things he did was he had two reel-to-reel tape decks, right?
Holy cow.
And they were like, from like, let's say one end of the table to the other, one machine there, one machine here. And he had one tape. And what happened was he would record on this machine, the tape would go to that machine and play on that machine. And the amount of time from that machine to that machine's head, it would be the amount of delay. So however far apart you put the machines together, that would be how much your delay was. So he would record a piece, and then it would loop. And that was the original loopers.
Holy, you just taught me something.
Yeah, man. That's some old school stuff. He was very famous for that. He played in a band called King Crimson, for those who don't know. And actually, he's pretty famous again on YouTube. Him and his wife have been doing Metallica covers, which is pretty cool. But that was old school. The tape deck over here, a tape deck over here, and they would run one tape, and it would just run in a loop. And whatever you did, right, seamlessly. So whatever you did, and it would record over it, and it would record over it, and you would do layers on layers on layers that way.
You see, I did not. I've heard of 4 tracks and all of that, but I did not know that.
Yeah, that's old school. Old school. How you could, like, a studio trick.
Wow. Like this is what I love about it. You know, when you get 2 DJs and 2 mics, you learn, what did we say earlier? Culture. Wow.
But I keep interrupting you, but go ahead, man.
Because you know what? I kind of, that kind of goes with what I'm going with.
But yeah, the old school, the tape decks, I mean, it must have been a hell of a time.
It was, man, playing pause. And if you had certain boom boxes that would actually play both of the tapes at the same time together.
Yeah.
So some, not all, and they didn't tell you if they would dual play.
Right.
You just had to be lucky.